Every morning, somewhere in America, a child walks past a schoolhouse. A farmer drives out to tend his field, and a police officer rolls quietly down a street. None of them may think of it this way, but they're all part of something extraordinary. Government. Not the bureaucracy, not just laws and taxes and forms. I mean something older and nobler. A shared agreement between people to live under rules, to build institutions, and to protect each other's rights. Government at its best is not power over the people. It's power from the people organized, limited, and directed for the common good. From the city-states of Greece to the republics of Rome and the dusty town halls of colonial America, history offers two warnings. Where there is no government, there is chaos. Where government becomes everything, there is tyranny. The founders knew both, and they set out to chart a third path. The American system was built on a bold idea: that government exists to secure our natural rights, rights we would have had in a state of nature. That is, before law, before politics, before borders, we each have a claim to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. But in that natural state, those rights are insecure. Anyone might take your property, harm your family, or silence your voice. There is no referee, no common rule book. So people come together and form a government, not to erase those rights, but to protect them more effectively. That is the social contract. We agree to live under a common law, enforced by legitimate authority in return for the protection of our rights. We give up some freedom, like the freedom to take what we want, to gain a greater one, the freedom to live without fear. Government then is a tool. Like any tool, it depends on how we use it. A good government protects property, defends the innocent, and upholds justice. It ensures contracts are enforced, disputes resolved fairly, and communities are safe. It doesn't need to control every aspect of life. It simply must safeguard the framework in which liberty can thrive. We often debate how much government should do. Should it build roads, or leave that to the market? Should it run schools, or empower parents with choice? These are important questions, but they come second. First comes purpose. First comes the principle that government must never become a substitute for freedom or a threat to it. In theory, government ensures that every citizen, regardless of wealth or background, has the same protection under the law, that everyone's voice can be heard, that no one is above the law. It gives order to liberty. That doesn't mean government can solve every problem, and it shouldn't try. But it does mean that we the people must understand what it's for so that we can hold it to its purpose. It exists not to mold us, but to protect us, not to command our lives, but to secure the conditions where life, liberty, and happiness are possible. So what is government for? To protect liberty, to keep order, and to remind us that we are not just isolated individuals, but citizens, free men and women bound together by a shared promise to govern ourselves under laws with justice and with hope. As Thomas Jefferson said, the price of freedom is eternal vigilance.